Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 25 of September 2023. Essence. Sweet children, give even a little wealth of knowledge to whoever comes to your door. First of all, ask them to fill in a form and then give them the introduction of the two fathers. Question: what is the magic of the father, the magician? Answer: look at the magic of the magician father. Such an elevated father says, I have come to serve you. I also become your child. When you children surrender yourselves to me, I surrender myself to you for 21 births. These are wonderful things. The Father teaches you with so much love. He fulfills all your desires. He doesn't even take any fees, etc. from you. He is called the clever entertainer. Song: the rain of knowledge is on those who are with the beloved. Om Shanti. The beloved and the rain. The rain is on those who are with the beloved. What type of rain? This is called the rain of knowledge. Who showers this rain of knowledge? The ocean of knowledge. Those who sang and composed this song don't know anything. You are the lucky stars of knowledge. You have become children of the ocean of knowledge, and this is why you are called stars of knowledge. You are receiving this knowledge from the Father. Knowledge always has an aim and objective. You find the path to one attainment or another. You children know that you now have to claim your unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. He is the Paralaukic Father, brackets the Father from beyond. Sometimes when new students come to you, they are afraid to fill in a form. Therefore, you should explain to them. Since they have come to you, they should at least receive a little something from you. They are very poor, whereas you have authority. Yes, it is number-wise. Some pass fully and others pass to a lesser degree. You have the intoxication of having plenty of the jewels of knowledge. The ocean of knowledge doesn't reside in a palace. He resides in a hut. He prefers to reside in a hut. If any of them say that they will not fill in a form, tell them, okay, just write your name so that we can show our senior sister that so and so came. You have come here to understand something. Okay, write down your name. They also have to write down the name of their Laukic brackets physical father, and you can explain that they have two fathers. One is Laukic father and the other is the Paralaukic father, the supreme father, the supreme soul. You speak of the Father. So at least write down his name. Since you call him the Supreme Father, he must be the Father of all. Each one has a Laukic and Paralaukic father. On the path of devotion, there are both fathers. In the golden and silver ages, you have a Laukic father, but the name of the Paralaukic father is not even mentioned. You children have to understand these things and then explain them to others. These matters that are explained to you are so easy. The one who is called God, the Father, is the one who resides in the world beyond. It enters your intellect that you really don't remember your Paralaukic Father in the golden and silver ages. Here, everyone remembers him. Therefore, you have to explain. You have written down the name of your Laukic Father. Now, write down the name of your Paralaukic Father. All living embodied souls, remember that Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He is the only one. Just as souls are incorporeal, similarly he is incorporeal. He doesn't have a subtle or a physical body. He cannot be called omnipresent. You could never say that your Lockic father is omnipresent. Is it possible to receive an inheritance when you call him omnipresent? Then why do you say that Parlokkic father is omnipresent? Everyone remembers the Parlokkic father so much. Surely the inheritance should therefore be received from him. The creation also needs to receive the inheritance from the Creator. When you explain such new things, they will quickly understand. You can tell them from your experience. We are showing you the way to claim your inheritance from that Father. That Father is the Creator of heaven. You know that Bharat was liberated in life and that it is now in a life of bondage. Only the Father can liberate you from sorrow. This picture of Lakshmi and Narayan with the Trimurti is very good. Everyone should have one of these pictures. Explain using this picture. Truly, Lakshmi and Narayan were the original eternal deities of Bharat. They were the masters of the golden age. It would definitely be the Parlokkic Father, the Creator of heaven, who can give you the inheritance of heaven. Even if some don't fill in a form, it is easy to make them write this down. You have two fathers and you receive an inheritance from both of them. There isn't a life story of Lakshmi and Narayan or their children. They say of Sri Krishna that he was carried away in a basket and that this happened. Okay, from whom did Lakshmi and Narayan receive their kingdom? It truly was the kingdom of the original eternal deities, and the first numbers in that were Lakshmi and Narayan, who gave them that inheritance of heaven. This Prajapita Brahma is sitting here, and the inheritance, this Lakshmi and Narayan, are just standing in front of you. Then take them to the picture of the tree. Here they are performing Raj Yoga. This is how they become Lakshmi and Narayan. It is so easy to explain this. It is very easy to explain to the devotees of Lakshmi and Narayan. When anyone comes inside, you definitely have to give him some teachings. Even those prostitutes and the natives have to be uplifted through you. However, you don't have that power as yet. Baba has explained, you can also continue to budge knowledge to your husbands. A wife can ask her husband, tell me the name of your Lockic father. Okay, what is the name of the Parlokkic father whom you repeatedly remember for birth after birth? You must surely receive something from him. You don't receive anything by remembering Lakshmi and Narayan. The Father comes and serves you so much. He teaches you without your asking him to do so. He says, come and I will take you to heaven. He fulfills all your desires. There is also the image of the ordinary man who becomes Narayan. It is Lakshmi who is worshipped. They believe that they will receive wealth from Lakshmi. All of those things belong to the path of devotion. Where would Lakshmi, brackets the wife, bring wealth from? She definitely receives it from her husband. The priests in the temples don't know any of this. You children have to explain to them. You now understand what you used to do previously. You too didn't understand anything at that time. You now know this very well. In the morning of Sri Krishna Janmashtami, they offer milk to him and rock him in a cradle. Then at night they feed him puris and rice pudding. Did he become so big in one day that he was able to eat puris and rice pudding? This too is something to be understood. You know that it is Radhe and Krishna who then become Lakshmi and Narayan. Say Baba gives them that status. They never offer puris and rice pudding to Shiva. They simply pour milk over his image. Say Baba is incorporeal, so he doesn't have any name or form. What is the meaning of pouring milk over him, etc.? They don't feed him anything. He is incorporeal, whereas Sri Krishna has a mouth and is able to eat chapatis, etc. They don't offer anything to Shiva. They offer things to Shankar but not to Shiva. Shankar has at least a subtle form. The two cannot be the same. Baba is now giving you so much knowledge. These are such incognito matters. You are Shiv Baba's Gopikas. Shiva is also called the child. Shiv Baba asks you, why have you made Shiv Baba your child? An inheritance is given to a child. When you surrender yourself to him first, Shiv Baba will then understand to you. It is true that the father surrenders himself to the children, but he still says, when you surrender yourselves first, I will then surrender myself to you. To surrender to him means to make him your child and sustain him. These are such wonderful matters. There are the mothers, but even the man makes Shiv Baba the child, their heir. Shiv Baba is called magician. Lakshmi and Narayan are not magicians. These are very incognito matters. Hardly anyone can understand them. You are shown all of these things without vision. You children are experienced. Baba had visions, but Mama didn't have any visions, and yet Mama went ahead of everyone. Not everyone will have visions. Many did have visions, but they are no longer here today. There is no connection with visions. These are the sweet things that you have to imbibe and inspire others to imbibe. He is the magician and the clever entertainer. Magicians are very clever. They make tangerines emerge from nowhere, and they cut off someone's head and put it back on again. Previously, they used to show a lot of magic. You children now know that this is only Baba's praise. Your divine activities are limitless. Your ways and means are unique. The Father gives you so much Srimad, brackets elevated directions. He is making you into elevated deities with Srimad. Incorporeal Shiv Baba is called Sri Sri, who made Lakshmi and Narayan so elevated. It must definitely have been someone who was more elevated than them. We are learning from Baba the knowledge of how human beings can be made into deities. All of you Sitas are now experiencing sorrow in Ravan's jail, in the cottage of sorrow. There is never any sorrow in the kingdom of Rama. Therefore, you have to remember the one from whom you received the inheritance. They also believe that they are souls. Ask them, what is the name of your Lokik father? What is the name of your Paralokik father? The father cannot be called omnipresent. The father means the inheritance. You receive the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited father. Ravan snatches that away from you. This is why it is said, those who conquer Maya conquer the world. You have to conquer Maya. The mind is like a wild horse. It will try very hard to make you fall. Baba has now opened the locks on your intellects. You can now understand right from wrong. You can explain that this world is now changing. A great war is definitely going to take place, and everyone will be destroyed in that. The Yadavas destroy their own clan with the missiles that they themselves create. The Pandava clan is to be victorious. However, they have shown that only 5 Pandavas were saved, but that they melted away on the mountains. What happened to the rest of them? Nothing at all. Since he taught Raj Yoga, some must have been saved. Annihilation doesn't take place. You now know all of these things. They saw Sri Krishna coming on a people leaf floating in the ocean. Sri Krishna comes from the palace of a womb. There is sorrow in the jail of a womb. The ocean is the palace of a womb. He is sitting very comfortably. For birth after birth, you have been listening to that knowledge of the Gita, the Bhagavad, etc., and stumbling around on the path of devotion. The Father now makes you into the masters of heaven in a second. This is called destiny. But destined for what? It would be called the destiny in the drama. It is a predestined drama. People simply say that it is destined, but they don't understand anything. So when anyone comes, first of all tell him that he has 2 fathers. The Paralokik Father is the creator of heaven. He gave you the inheritance of heaven. It became heaven exactly 5,000 years ago. It is now hell, and you can claim your inheritance once again. We are also claiming our inheritance from the unlimited Father. Just as Abraham and Buddha etc. have their own birthplace, so this Bharat is the birthplace of God. You children know that the Father has come and is giving you the inheritance. You children have to become merciful. It is very easy to explain this to anyone. You have to give them the introduction of the Paralokik Father. The Paralokik Father only comes once. We are claiming the inheritance of heaven by having remembrance of Him. It is very easy. Imbibe such things very well and explain them to others. Donate them. The Paralokik Father gives you the kingdom of heaven. Lakshmi and Narayan were given this. Who is the father of the Sun dynasty, Lakshmi and Narayan? We are telling you that the Father who established heaven is now giving them the kingdom of heaven. What blessings would He give? Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, lucky stars of knowledge, to the long lost and now found children, number wise, according to the efforts you make, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana: number 1, understand right from wrong and control the wild horse of your mind with the power of your intellect, and become a conqueror of Maya and a conqueror of the world. Don't be defeated. Make Shiva your child and sustain him. That is, first of all, make him your heir. Surrender yourself to him fully. Blessing: may you finish all obstacles with your zeal and enthusiasm, and thereby become a jewel who is close and equal to the Father. The zeal and enthusiasm that you children have in your hearts to being close and equal to the Father and to giving the proof of being a worthy child is the basis of the flying stage. This enthusiasm finishes all the many types of obstacles that are to come and helps you to become complete and perfect. Zeal and enthusiasm of this pure determination becomes an especially powerful weapon to make you victorious. Therefore, constantly keep this zeal and enthusiasm, the means for the flying stage, with you. Slogan: just as tapasvi souls always sit on their seat, in the same way you have to be constantly seated on the seat of your constant and stable stage. Slogan: just as tapasvi souls always sit on their seat, in the same way you have to be constantly seated on the seat of your constant and stable stage. Om Shanti.